So this year, I started a smart financial habit and I would love to share it with you. So stay tuned. Hi guys, welcome to Ayali's Corner. I am Alice and I'm so glad to have you here. So today I'll be sharing 5 smart financial tips for 2022. So we'll be starting with the first smart financial tip. Here you do a general review of your past year's savings and your financial goals. You look out for what went well or what didn't go well. Then outline these points to help with a start. After that, you think of a better strategy to adopt to help you to work towards achieving your financial goals for this year. Look out for what you did so well, then think about what you need to do to make them better. Think about what didn't go well, what you didn't do so well, and look out for strategies that you put in place to make this possible. Usually, financial goals are usually very difficult and hard to achieve, but when you're determined, you get to achieve them. So you need to ask yourself some of these questions. Do you need to adjust or review your financial strategy and goal? Do you need a new source of income? Do you need to work towards achieving a better savings plan? So at this stage, all these questions need to be well answered and you need to be strategic at this point. So tip number 2, track your expenses and spendings. You need to start with keeping a good record of your income and your expenses. First, you need to identify what you're spending on, how much you're spending, and try to cut down on things you don't need at all, or things you don't need to spend on. Look out for some things that are not necessary to spend on, some services you don't really need, and some goods or some things you don't really need and you usually buy. That way you cut down on how you spend, or look for a better option of what you need to get or goods you need to buy in order to spend less. So with this, you can keep a good record book. And if you don't have time to keep a good record book, you could go online to download management apps that would help you manage and record your income and your expenditures. Another tip I would like to share is savings. Save. Saving is usually difficult and taxing. Yes, it is. It's usually very difficult and taxing, but you need to be disciplined to do that. If you need to achieve a good financial goal for 2022, you need to discipline yourself to save. Always save before you spend. First, you have to make a financial plan of the amount of money you will be needing and the amount of money you'll be saving. Save first before you spend. You need to also save for rainy days. You don't have to wait for something to happen, then you go around helter-skelter looking for money. Always save and always make a plan. Some plans you can put in place to help you save are: you can always team up with friends to save. You can also sign up for your bank or your financial institution saving plan, or you could fix a certain amount of money for a certain period of time. That way you know you are able to save, or that way you can put things in place to help you save. So now we are on tip number 3. Tip number 3 is to invest. Yes, you need to invest. You need to take a little amount of money or some amount of money to invest, or you could take out of your savings to invest. An investment doesn't necessarily have to be huge. You can start small and grow into it. But before you invest, you need to know that There are some investments that have low risks and there are some that have a high risk. So if you're investing, look out for those that are suitable for you. You need to think of the risks involved. You need to think of the return. You also have to be sure of the investment plan you are going into. Research. Do a very deep research to find out how authentic these investment schemes are before you put in your money. There are some investment schemes that are very, very sure and safe, but they have low risks. They have low risks and then they have low returns. You can start with that. While there are other investment plans that have a very high risk, they have high returns but are not very, very safe. So you need to put all those into consideration before you go ahead to invest your money. You could also decide to invest in buying lands. You could invest in buying houses. Those are also investment plans to go into for this 2022. So you could also make a fixed deposit, a recurring deposit, or a pension scheme can be done to invest too. Now we're moving to tip number 5. Lastly, you could check in with a financial advisor. A financial planning professional could help look at your past financial progress, your future plans, which include your short and long-term goals. That's your financial goals, yes. And then the professional could help to make an informed decision on how you could move on with your financial goals. So, thank you for watching. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel if this is your first time coming in here. Hit the notification bell so that you can be informed whenever there's a video. See you.